welcome back to your two favorite shit stains in the entire universe. I'm your co-host.
At least I hope we are.
The delicious Nicolicious.
Hey guys, I'm Rob Dog. How's it going? How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're corona free, your nipples are erect, and you're ready to fucking party.
Making your way back into public. I have no interest in going to a restaurant next week. Absolutely zero.
No.
We'll figure it out together, guys. So it's been brought to our attention, usually by fanboys. Do we have fanboys?
I don't think so.
Just guys that listen to the show. Sometimes they'll say, I'd like to listen to you. I would listen to you two fart in a fucking bean can for 2 hours straight.
We're running out of ideas, so we may it may just come to that.
So I'm going to lay the groundwork of what happened today. We had a super in-depth episode about some whistleblowers that were part of a government conspiracy.
A couple.
These guys, well, the one guy that we were in contact with is a former time traveler, former alien abductee. He escorted cargo ships on Mars. I'm not even joking. This guy is like, he's part of MK Ultra, all this stuff. He's been passed around, all right? And he's agreed to be on the show.
Awesome.
Significantly well-traveled. He's made the rounds, but he had some work stuff pop up, and he wasn't able to fulfill his interview tonight. No fault of his own. We're happy to that he's even going to give us the opportunity. So that left us with no fucking episode. We were supposed to interview him at 6:30. Well, but he said he would be ready at 6:30. We would interview him at 7 for the episode. He wrote me at 6:17 and said, I got stuck at work, just kind of slipped my mind. Is it okay if we do it tomorrow night? I said, how about we shoot for next week in an effort to, because Rob knows as well as I do, if we don't do it Sunday or Monday night, it's a fucking crapshoot whether we're going to get it done.
It's up in the air.
Very much so. So then I wrote a demonologist I know, offered him money, still haven't heard back from him. So we're just putting something together.
We're grasping at straws, clenching our cheeks.
We're throwing shit against the wall, and we're gonna see if it sticks.
But hey, we also have our episode that came out today with Hysteria 51.
Go check out the guys at Hysteria 51. We did an episode with them covering the Doomsday Clock.
Yeah, we did.
We're 100 seconds off. Fantastic fellas.
Yep, it was a good time. Give it a listen.
It was a very wonderful time. First, I want to say thank you to our new Patreon subscribers. First, we have Jackie. Jackie, thank you so much for your Patreon pledge and your little fox face here on Patreon.
Let's see here. Next, we got fuck me.
That's a good one. Carolus Stratkitis.
I'm trying to see if that's actually a name or if it's a fucking hidden message.
Oh yeah, we get those sometimes too.
Yeah.
Carol
is.
No, I don't think I don't think it is.
Okay, but you have a weird fucking name. But thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll let you get the next one.
Sure. Sierra Palmer, thank you very much.
Ash Abdullah, no relation to Abdullah the Butcher. I don't think there's any.
I hope not.
He was a really, really fat fuck.
Yeah. Next we got Fat Pussy. Pat Fussy. Thank you very much.
Pat Fussy? You said Fat Pussy. The person's name probably really is Pat Fussy.
Oh my god, I swear.
What a miserable existence that would be.
If that really is your name, your parents hated you.
Michaela Lee. Michaela, thank you for your Patreon pledge.
George Berg. Thank you very much, Mr. Berg.
He'd fuck the shit out of you, George. Danielle Dumas. And then next, last but not least, not to step on Rob's toes here.
Step away.
We got a fellow by the name of Matt. He wrote us and said, for my Patreon shout out, I would like for you to shout out me and my girlfriend, Kayla. It's our 3-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
He said, tell her I'm going to dick her down, I'm going to raw talk the shit out of her, and I'm going to get her pregnant. And I said, hey, buddy, that's not the right place or time to try and work something like that out. We're listened to by 18, anywhere between 18 to 25 people. Well, if you don't count all the apps that we have that download the show, we probably get about 6 listeners per week.
Yeah.
And just to be putting your name out there like that you're going to fucking wear it out and get her pregnant. I said, do the godly thing. Wait until you guys are married to get her pregnant. Just like Rob and I did. Neither one of us got our wives pregnant before we married them.
I did.
I did too. Hell of a time. Hell of a good time.
And it was our anniversary this weekend too, so we're anniversary buddies. So hey,
that's
congratulations to you guys.
How long have you and Mrs. Rob Dog been married?
Married 11 years.
How long have you guys been together though?
17.
That's crazy.
6.
We're in our.
No, it can't be that long. 15 or 16. Maybe it is.
And we're not even like. I've been with my
16.
wife for 13 years.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah. About 17 because I was 16. I'm 33 now, so you guys do the fucking math.
Like over half your life.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's super. So shout out to Matt and Kayla. Happy anniversary. I hope you get that raw dogging just like you wanted. And
get it.
Another shout out to Becky Peters for her birthday. Happy birthday,
yeah,
Becky.
happy birthday.
Thanks for being such an avid listener. I hope this is the lift you need from us because we get a lot of people that say they write us. They say, I'm having a hard time. You guys have gotten me through it. Everything fucking sucks right now. And it does suck right now.
Yeah.
But it's brighter times are ahead. You can tune in to, if you really think your life is bad, go back to like our second or third episode when Rob's kids are yelling in the background.
Oh, hell yeah.
Those kids have done nothing but grow larger. They eat more. Mm-hmm. They're just 4 times as loud.
Yeah, they fart twice as much at least. Rough, man.
I've got such a cool story for you.
We got one kid that just does nothing but hump the floor all day long.
It's the truth.
You can hear it from downstairs. You're like, oh, baby's giving it hell up there.
Do you ever ask him why he's humping the ground?
He gets a boner, man, and he just starts humping.
Do you know those?
He said it feels good. I'm like, yes, it does, buddy.
You can find those dildo peddling women on Facebook pretty easily that sell like pure romance. And
yeah,
you can get him like a pussy in a can. Like he just takes the top off like a pickle jar and just fucks it and then puts the lid back on.
It's like he just need like a little Spam can.
And he's still little, so he doesn't have to worry. No mess, no fuss.
And he's only 6, and he's already humping. He's fucking crazy, dude.
He's gonna be your worst enemy.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I can't wait.
He's like a fucking horny little dog. So you think about it, you're that little, you get a bone, you don't know what to do with it.
My aunt, she listens to this show sometime. I don't know if she's gonna listen to this episode or not. But I believe this dog has since passed away, but this dog would fuck the shit out of everything. So she got it like a frog.
I was going to say, did it have a stuffed animal?
Yeah, it had a stuffed animal. She got it, and they named the stuffed animal Simone. It was always all gooey. It always looked like a glazed donut that somebody stepped on.
At least he had a life companion.
And they named it Simone. Not because semen was kind of disgusting, You can't just name the stuffed frog semen. That's a semen frog. You got to name it Simone. That's what they named it.
Poor Simone.
Poor Simone. My notes are such a fucking wreck right here. I have no idea what we're doing or talking about. Okay. I have a newspaper article for you this week, just like I do every other week.
Sure.
Most weeks. This one's got some audio with it, though, Rob Diggity Dangle.
Those are the best ones.
A Port Clinton woman faces several charges after calling 911 and saying she needed to have a fire put out in her crotch.
Been there.
No, you haven't.
No, I've never have.
Katrina Morgan, 50 years old, called the Port. Why do you say ugh for?
I just don't want to think about a 50-year-old woman's pussy.
Oh, what? Oh, my God. Listen, we get bad reviews. Did you get
That's like my mom's pussy. I don't want to think about it.
Your mom is every bit of 60.
She ain't 60. She's not that old.
She looks like she's 60.
I don't think she's that old, at least.
She has to be.
Fuck, is she?
Yeah, dude.
She was born in 64.
Dude, your mom looked like she was 60 when we were 10.
That's a leather face, man. It's the 80s were a rough decade for her.
Oh, Jesus.
And tanning.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You don't even know how old your mom is?
I know she was born in 64. I don't know how fucking long ago that is.
That is almost 60. She's 56.
Yeah, I don't want to think about her pussy.
You're gonna upset a lot of people right now.
Hey, I'm
50,
sorry.
50 is the new 30.
If you're 50 and you want to prove me wrong,
Did you read the really mean,
find me.
Did you read the really mean email about you being a racist?
Another one?
It was really, really mean. I deleted it. I was so upset about it.
No, listen, everybody.
Yes.
I'm definitely not racist.
He's not. I want you to understand, we are the two most kind-hearted and gentle human beings in the entire world.
Yeah.
We talk a lot of trash, but I'll fucking...
It's all in the sake of getting in some giggles.
I'll sit down and break bread with a black family. I've done it before. I'll break bread. I would love... Probably wouldn't eat or drink Mexican water because that's how you fucking die. But I eat tacos with Hispanics. I'll eat...
Maybe they just listened to the one episode where I said I was racist.
I don't think you said you were. Though.
I never did, but somebody did, and I played it up.
I would eat fried rice with a Korean family. I would do any of that stuff. I
love everyone.
You do love, so don't get that shit twisted. All of you.
I'm too old to hate anybody.
Only people we don't fucking like is Dan Brown. And if you need to figure out who Dan Brown is.
Oh, man, it's been a while.
Dan Brown was the iPod man. He left us a review. He said... If you did, this is from a long time ago.
That was so long ago.
He said, I'm taking these boys off of my iPod immediately.
Oh, man.
A Port Clinton woman faces several charges after calling 911 and saying she needed to have a fire put out in her crotch.
Yeah.
Katrina, let's make it a little more sexy for Rob, 30 years old, called the Port Clinton Police Department about 10 p.m. Saturday, asking for the fire department because her pussy was on fire. According to a Port Clinton police report, because of the call, Morgan was charged with felony disrupting public services and misdemeanor making false alarms. Morgan called from her friend's house in the 900 block of Maryland Street, the report said. When police arrived, they told Morgan she would be arrested for making false reports and disrupting public service. The suspect became agitated and began resisting arrest, the report said. A 911 call from the incident revealed Morgan asked if their hose is working. Oh, she knew exactly what she wanted. And said, quote, I need somebody to come put it out with their hose.
That's awesome.
When police handcuffed Morgan, she began yelling at the officer. She wanted a fucking firefighter. She didn't want a cop.
Yeah, she wanted to get it in, man.
And would not comply with the orders. The report said Morgan resisted getting into the cruiser before finally complying when police threatened to use a stun gun on her. Police don't carry stun guns, they carry tasers.
Yeah, exactly.
When police questioned the residents at the home, they denied seeing Morgan on the phone. Empty bottles of alcohol were found at the home, and the residents stated they all were drinking and that Morgan was intoxicated.
God bless her.
You want to hear the 911 call, Rob?
I do. I'd love to.
Listen. Hold on. Hello?
Hi, Port Clinton Police.
Yes, I need the fire department, please, because my pussy's on fire. I need to make sure that hose is working.
Hello?
Is that hose working?
What is on fire?
I need the fire department because my pussy's on fire, and I need somebody to come put it out with their hose.
That's an STD
okay,
lady.
I need the address.
She hung up. But then she called back for a second.
What a dipshit.
Courtney Lawley's house.
Oh, Courtney Lawley, you're done.
I need to put my pussy out because it is on fire.
Where's Courtney Lawley live?
Oh, man.
And I do want to say I don't know this woman, but she does look like she partakes in methamphetamines. So.
Oh, she's 50. I wouldn't fuck her.
Hell no.
I can't
she
wait.
Didn't look like she had any teeth.
You know, one day our wives are going to turn 50. Our dicks probably.
Hey, at that point, I'll be 50. I don't fucking care at that point.
Oh, so that makes it okay.
It absolutely does, man.
How old is Jennifer Aniston?
She defies
no
logic, man. I don't get it.
You can't argue. How old is she? 1969. Okay.
Yeah, so she's still younger than my mom.
Jennifer Aniston's 51.
She's a fucking doll, though. But let me tell you something. Go back to that girl. That was not Jennifer Aniston that we just fucking seen.
Who? Oh, the one on the video?
Yeah.
Oh, no. She looks like she fucking got hit in the face with a bag full of rubber dicks. She looks miserable. She looks like she's had a hard life, Rob.
Yeah.
In the words of my loving father, she looks like she's been rode hard and put up wet.
Yeah, very, very wet.
She looks like she's been rode into a fucking wall. She looks like she's been hit with a bag of what the fuck. Man. Okay. So like we said, there's going to be a lot of procrastination in this episode because
we don't know what we're doing.
We don't have content. That's unfortunate for us, but here we are putting this shit out. Something happened to me this week.
Uh-oh.
Little story time. I was asleep in the bed with my wife, and let me set the stage here for you. I have 2 dogs. One, his name is Ace. I got Ace when I was 18, and I'm 32 now. So Ace has been with me my entire life. He was my first real responsibility, and Ace has been with me through everything. He's a border collie. He's smarter than, the average dog. He's my soulmate, okay? One day I was walking through the pet shop and I saw a dog that was slobbering on itself and could barely stand up. And the dog was on clearance. How they
put a dog on sale?
How a dog is put on clearance, I don't know. But that was Bruce. And I got Bruce. He was a border collie as well.
Yeah. But
he was a blue border collie, which I've always wanted a blue border collie. God damn, is he fucking retarded though. So he's like Rain Man. He's really smart. Exceptionally smart, but then he does really dumb shit. And he's the one that licks his wiener until he comes, and he licks the cat's asshole. And Bruce just does all kinds of really fucking stupid shit, really weird stuff for a dog.
Shit.
Like today, he was just licking his cock, just really getting. He's like really taking deep breaths before strokes. And I'm like, you gotta fucking stop, dude. I'm trying to do research and stuff. He's just laying on my feet, licking his dick, not his nuts, his dick, his fully erect penis dick,
out and about,
dog dick. Looks like a
like a Twizzler.
Looks like an eel tongue. It's just,
God.
So I have these 2 dogs, and at night we have doggy beds for them in the kitchen, and we lock them in the kitchen while we sleep because they're old dogs. And occasionally, once every 6 months, they'll have an accident at night. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. But the other night I was sleeping. And when you get woken up out of a dead sleep, your anger and rage is intensified by 1,000%. When you are woken up from a dead sleep, you say things that you do not mean.
Absolutely.
I think in 13 years my wife and I have been together, she probably cannot tell you an instance of me ever cursing at her. Let alone, I've never called her a bitch. I've never done it. It's just not the way I am. But then she can tell you times where she's woken me up and I've told her that I'm going to fucking kill her. I've pushed her. I've told her that I want a divorce. I've told her because I'm just, when you wake up from a dead sleep.
She wakes up, I want a divorce.
You get mad, dude.
Right.
And then never in a million years would I go to her and say, I want a divorce. I love her. She's my best friend. That would never cross my mind. But the other night I woke up out of a dead sleep, and the reason I woke up is because I smelled shit. I smelled dog shit. I smelled like fucking freshly stepped in dog shit. And I knew that the dogs, because usually once every 6 months, one of them will poop, and then I can smell it from the kitchen. So I wake up and I walk down the hallway, and then halfway down the hallway, I decide that I'm not going to clean up this shit. That I'm just going to tell these motherfuckers that I know they shit, and I'm not happy about it.
You better get your ass in there and eat it.
So I go to the kitchen and I look in there. I don't even turn the light on. I can see their silhouettes, and I just start letting these motherfuckers have it. Just berating them. I told them I was taking them both to the pound the next morning. I told them that I was going to fuck them. I looked at the one, I'm like, I'm going to fuck you. I am going to fuck you. And I told him I was going to take him to the pound. I told them that I was going to fuck them up. I told them I was going to beat their asses when I've never hurt my dogs before. But I just woke up and I was upset, and they woke me up from the smell of shit. They pooped. And we're not nasty, disgusting, foul pigs here. It was on tile floor. I said, I'll just clean it up in the morning when I'm awake. I was upset. So then I lay back down. And then when I laid back down, Stacy said something. She growled at me. I was like, what? And she said, if you ever fart like that and get out of bed again, I'll fucking kill you. And I started thinking, I said, I didn't fucking fart. The dog shit. So then I'm like awake now because my adrenaline's going because I'm starting to go back and forth with her. And I go back to the kitchen. I turn the light on. There's no dog shit. There's no dog shit at all. I had farted in my sleep.
No fucking way.
She said it was so loud. Then it like shook the fucking house shook.
You ready to take your dogs to the fucking pound?
She said it sounded like somebody jumped on my stomach and forced it out.
Oh, that took a fucking turn.
So the smell that woke me up was my own fucking smell.
Your own fart woke you up.
A fat bastard. He said, everyone likes the smell of their own brand. I did not like that smell in the middle of the night. I was so upset.
It's great just because you you described it as a freshly stepped in dog turd, and everybody knows what that smells like. You can't mistake You can't mistake that smell.
I told Ace, I said, I'm taking you to the fucking pound. We've been together for 14 years. I'm taking you to the pound.
Oh, man, that's good.
I'm taking you to the vet. They're going to light a candle after I fucking kill you. I farted so hard that it woke me up. And then when I woke up, the smell traveled up the comforter. Traveled over my belly button, through my chest hair, and into my nostrils.
Oh, God.
Completely fucking stunk, dude.
Oh, man.
It smelled so bad. It smelled like freshly stepped in dog. It smelled like somebody rolled in dog shit. That's what it smelled like. Man.
That's good times.
That next morning, I laid down with those guys, and I apologized. I held them. I let Bruce lick my ears, which I do not like, but he really likes. His favorite thing is to lick my ears. He really likes to get up in there. And I laid with these guys, and we just licked on each other. I didn't lick on them very much, but I apologized to them for, what I did. Jesus criminy, man. It's already off the rails.
That's
so
funny.
we're talking about phobias. We have a list of strange phobias and scary phobias that we're going to talk about.
Sounds good.
I personally do have some phobias. Do you have any phobias, Rob? People keep on sending us pictures of fucking teeth. They don't scare me or change my day, you fucking assholes.
Yeah, that's just a weird thing.
I just don't like them.
Yeah, right. Actual phobias.
I think you and I share this, but being in the middle of the ocean with nothing.
Yeah, that's just the thought of being in the ocean is pretty fucking scary.
Snakes.
I don't mind snakes. I'm more afraid of spiders than I am snakes.
I have no fear of spiders at all.
Yeah.
I'll pick them up and let them crawl. Like when the girls or my wife will call me.
I'm not scared of them. I don't like them, but I'm not really scared of them. Yeah. They make me feel a little weird, but
yeah. Snakes. I'm terrified of snakes.
Yeah.
I think they're.
I see that. I could see that.
Just don't like them. My brother chased me with a snake yesterday.
I don't trust anything that can move that doesn't have feet.
I told my older brother. I stopped. And this is how you know I was scared. I stopped in my tracks. I said, listen, dude, you keep on coming at me with that snake and I'm going to fuck you up. I will rip your tits off. I'll slap you in the face with them. I have no interest in that snake. But yeah, snakes and I'm a little bit afraid of heights. I got to go.
Yeah, I am too.
I got to do heights at work and I get really, really tightness of the chest. Mm-hmm. And then I have a fear of dying.
Yeah, I think everybody does.
Well, mine,
Not
think
everybody, but
it consumes me sometimes because I think about, and I got some solace this past.
And speaking of that, just so, like this happened to me. Yeah, a couple days ago, I was literally laying in bed and I was thinking, like, man, like this is things aren't bad right now. Things are good. Life is good. But I'm going to fucking be dead one day.
Yeah. But I think about...
like, I'm not going to exist. Like, my consciousness, who fucking knows?
It's going to stop.
Yeah, and that in itself...
that's what I get scared about.
Just of what's going to happen. That's
I get scared thinking about what I'll leave behind. You know? What the... I know how guys are right now, and I've got 3 beautiful little girls. There's going to be guys after them. And if I die, there's going to be no one to protect these little girls, you know? And speaking of little girls, my wife and I decided that we, our middleest, her birthday, her name's Sophie, not Sophia, so don't get it fucking twisted. PH, Sophie. Her birthday is in the next few days.
Mm-hmm.
We can't do anything for her this year.
Right.
So she said, will you say on the podcast, ask if people will send her cards? And we don't want money or fucking gift cards. Just if you want to send Sophie a letter to say, you're a sweet princess, happy birthday, we would welcome that to our P.O. Box. It's P.O. Box 672, Vandalia, Ohio 45377. Fill that motherfucker up full of glitter. I don't care what you do, because I'm giving them to her. Just please, God, no dick drawings.
I was going to say no dick confetti.
There's we had somebody send us something this week. She sent us masks, and it's
Oh yeah, I saw those.
Etsy Dove. Can't remember the name of her store, and I meant to. God, it's Dove. It's like Dove something. God damn it. These masks say 6 feet, motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw those. I thought those were pretty dope.
And I'm going to link her I know it's Dove Creations or something like that, but I'm going to link her Etsy store in the episode description. And these masks are really cool. They say 6 feet, motherfucker. And they're really nice. They look like whatever factory she has full of Chinese children, they're doing really nice work.
Pristine.
Yeah. But like I said, I have fear of dying. I have a fear of snakes. But the dying thing is what messes with my psyche.
Yeah, yeah.
That definitely messes with me.
I could definitely relate to that one.
All right. So on this graveyard shift, ranker.com, they always have really good lists for us to fucking steal shit from. Why don't you go with this first phobia there, Rob Dog?
Sure. This looks like, I might be pronouncing this wrong, but it looks like taphophobia, which that's the first one, right? Yeah. Fear of being buried alive. That's definitely, understandable. I think that definitely seems like a shitty way to go. While fairly irrational by today's standards, in the past there have been cases of those who were wrongly declared dead by being buried alive. Safety coffins have even been designed just in case those inside are in need of rescuing.
A safety coffin on Wikipedia says a coffin fitted with a mechanism to prevent premature burial or allow the occupant to signal that they have been buried alive. A large number of designs for safety coffins were patented during the 18th and 19th century, and variations on the idea are still available today. And this is a really creepy thing. They would put the bells, the mechanism inside the coffin. They would run like a string up to the headstone, and at the headstone there would be a bell, so the person inside the coffin could start pulling on the string.
Oh, man.
And make the bell go off. And some of these really old cemeteries in other countries, because America, we haven't been around that long. There's some of these other countries where they do still have these grave sites, these cemeteries. There's a lot of stories about people walking through these cemeteries, and these bells will just start fucking ringing, which is really creepy. And the person inside the casket can pull on the string to let someone know, like, hey, I was buried. And you fucked up. You need to get me out of here before I suffocate.
Yeah, that would be terrifying.
You think?
to either hear that or be in the casket.
And last week when I was we were kind of hung up on what to do, I started looking at buried alive stories. There's a lot of stories of people getting buried alive. And just popping up on the, being in the coffin on the way to the funeral or on the way to the cemetery.
Yeah.
And just popping up. There was one story that
Kill Bill, man. You got to do that 1-inch punch.
There was one story I read, and it was fairly recently. It was in some fucking weird. It was in, I don't know. It was an Asian country somewhere. But the guy, he was on the way to the graveyard, I think, and he came back to life. And he lived a long, fruitful life and lived like 20, 30 years after that.
Damn.
Yeah. Now, he'd been dead for, God they don't know how long, if he even was fucking dead. Some quack doctor just came in like, he gone.
He's just really tired.
I probably, yeah, that's how I would be. Claustrophobia. Obviously, we've all heard of claustrophobia.
Oh, yeah.
It's a fear of
Santa Claus.
Yeah. I get it.
That's a SpongeBob joke. I stole it.
I heard this joke today. It was really stupid, but I keep on hearing it places, and I didn't get it until my daughter explained it to me. She said, I used to have a friend named David, but he lost his ID, so we just call him Dave now. Do you get it? Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Because the ID at the end.
Yeah,
I didn't get it. I kept seeing it. I didn't get it. We just call him Dave now.
Speaking of Dave, that's an awesome show if you guys want to watch it.
I don't know. I've never watched it.
It's a Little Dicky show.
I don't. Oh, okay. I love Little Dicky.
The show's amazing. We just finished it yesterday.
That motherfucker.
Really fucking good show.
Okay.
It's pretty much just about his. I think it's about like his life, like before going up to when he gets famous. But
He's
names
really,
are different
really
and things like that. But yeah, it's really awesome.
Really good. But claustrophobia, it, I can't. When my arms are restricted, then I start to freak out a little bit. Whenever I can't move my arms to, but I'm a wide fellow to begin with, and sometimes I do get trapped in places at work where I can't move my arms, and I'm just like, someone out there fucking get me out of here! Start screaming and freaking out.
Yeah, there's a it's actually showing a picture of this movie that Ryan Reynolds is in. I don't remember what it's called, but I watched it on Netflix. It's where he's buried alive and he's
Waiting.
Is that it? No, it's not. That's a restaurant movie. No, he's in he's like a soldier or maybe he's a reporter or something, and he gets trapped in, or they bury him in the Middle East in the desert or something.
I don't know.
That one freaked me out. And then there's that movie, As Above, So Below.
I don't watch.
That's about the
movies
catacombs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen.
There's this guy when they're crawling through a pile of bones to get to the other side of the cave, and it's a real tight fit, and he gets stuck. And that part, and like a rat start biting him, and I'm like, oh man, nah, that gets me.
Have you ever had a like? We've all had mice in our house before. Have you ever had a rat in your house?
Not
before?
a rat, no.
I used to live in a house that I would always leave the back door wide open, the screen door and the back door, so the dog could go in and out. Ace, the guy upstairs that nearly got euthanized earlier this week for not pooping, and a rat got in, and that goddamn thing. You want to talk about something that can fuck your house up, dude? A rat in your house will. But to this rat's defense, he was the size of Master Splinter. When we finally killed him...
Oh, have you seen the fucking pictures of New York rats? Yeah. They're like fucking like small dogs.
We have a lot of listeners from Chicago as well. And when I was at the Taylor Swift concert and we were walking back to the car, I saw mice riding rats like like fucking chariots. I had a rat ask me for a cigarette. There are some big fucking rats in Chicago. Some big rat. It looked like a stegosaurus run by. I was scared. I said, "Welcome to Jurassic Park."
like a fucking possum.
Yeah, dude, the rats in Chicago are big too. Don't get it twisted.
Okay,
the motherfuckers are eating deep dish pizza, chilling.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
Those are big rats in Chicago. Oh, what was it? Okay, yeah, you take number 3 here.
Sure,
we'll just pass them back and forth.
Okay, pedophilia. I mean, pediophobia.
Pediophobia. Pedio. You're going to get us arrested, right?
Sorry. That's the fear of dolls. It's, yeah, cool. So, one that Hollywood likes, this fear includes humanoid-looking objects such as robots, dolls, and mannequins. It is often triggered by a traumatic experience and isn't far removed from a fear of children as well. My grandma used to collect the porcelain dolls.
Oh, yeah.
She had a whole...
There's my wife.
Several china cabinets full of them, and they fucking creep me out.
But the some of them are made differently. They have the eyes that make it seem like they're following you.
They move, yeah.
Did you, Stacy, did you ever have any dolls that watched you as a child? Yeah. See,
I don't like them.
Oh, yeah. 30 in the room at once? No go. You just gotta crush those. Put on hard shoes and crush them. Ugh. We can get those. Will any of those do an interview tonight? We literally don't have anything to talk about. Can we get any of those dolls to do an interview tonight? Because we don't have anything to talk about. Yeah, long story. Long story about that one there. No, we're good. We're good.
We're figuring it out as we go.
Thank you. And we're back. We had to chat with my wife for a second.
Yeah.
And I just read Rob the email that says he's a racist.
You learn something new every day, I guess.
That's so fucking mean, dude. Like, this B.R. Williams, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, suck a dick.
Eat a fat fucking...
Suck my white dick.
See, you're doing it yourself. But listen to this. We got a really hateful review this week as well.
Oh, yes.
God. It says, horrible. Of course these fatties can't wait until break.
Fatties.
Fatty. I think that should have been singular. Of course these fatties can't wait until break, or they're finished with the podcast and start filling their pie holes and crunching away, because everyone loves hearing the sound of fatties sloppily eating. Might as well strap a... I got lost right here. Might as well strap a feed bag to your faces and have it at it, fellas. Who in their right mind actually thinks they need to eat on air? These guys, because waiting an hour would kill them, evidently. Also, they go off script.
It's funny, I know the exact episode they're talking about. Because I even said I'm purposely going to fucking do it.
Also, they go off script constantly to tell their dad jokes and anecdotes that are in no way funny. If their jokes were amusing, I wouldn't mind as much, but they're not. Not even a little. They're like grown men with ADHD who can't stay on topic for 2 minutes and think they're comically gifted.
I don't think we've ever said that.
The content is great when you actually get to hear it, but it's not worth the torture of sitting through an episode with these hosts. I seriously think these guys paid a bunch of 12-year-olds to post reviews, as they are just as immature as the hosts. The podcast comes off as the trailer park community of the podcasting world.
I'll take it.
And this is from Jeddah J.
He's even insulting you guys. Damn. He doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, might I add, 5,000 positive iTunes reviews, Jay Jeddah. Maybe you should blow your fucking brains out. You miserable, unsavory fucking fuck. I mean...
Suck my white dick.
Here's the thing. Like, we have families... We are really busy.
Yeah.
Most people that start a podcast are not successful. Look at the statistics. I think last time I read, if you have more than 3,000 downloads per year, you are in like the top 0.3% in the entire fucking world.
We get 9.
We make fun of each. It's in the millions as far as it's like in the millions and millions. It's not statistically possible for us to achieve what we've done. We don't know how we did it. My dad said you fell in shit and you come out smelling like roses.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we're genuine, we're honest, we're transparent. There's a lot of opacity. I learned that in Photoshop.
Yeah.
You can crank that stuff down or crank it up.
Right.
And that's why I think people get along with us so well, because we're just like you guys. We had a review this week that says they're like your husband, but funnier. I think that's cool.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Because I meet a lot of husbands. I'm like, man, that guy's a fucking tool bag, and you gotta fuck that lame-o every night. But we're not good at sex, but we're really funny, so we make up for it in other departments.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just like with anything else. Like, we try to be entertaining. We're turned up a little bit whenever we're on the show. So I mean,
oh yeah,
we turn our personalities up a little bit, but I mean, still, we're good guys. We mean well.
They mean absolutely well.
We're a little retarded. It's okay.
And what I was alluding to, we have a really hard time cutting out pieces of the week to get all of the research done.
Yeah.
To come. Sometimes this will take us between 2 to 4 hours to record a show, and just to leave, our wives hanging for an undetermined amount
couple
of time.
Hours.
It sucks.
And I mean, and we've said it plenty of times before. And this is definitely just us trying to fill more space.
No,
just talking, but it's okay. We said it a lot before that, there's tons of podcasts that do the same exact thing, the same exact subject matter. And with us, I mean, we've made it our pretty much our thing right off the bat, that we want to make it as if we're, just two friends having a conversation.
Yeah, and that's what it is.
And I mean, and it's not always going to be about just the subject matter.
Right.
It's going to be...
We've had a lot of life experiences together.
Right. And we're just shooting the shit just like you would do if you were talking to your friends. I guarantee you they're either listening or you have friends who, when they're telling stories, they're going to go off tangents. And, it's just like that. I mean, it's just as much our personalities as it is the story. So it's kind of two things in one.
If you don't like it, Jay Jetta,
take your iPod Nano
yeah,
and smash it with a hammer.
Shove it up your asshole. And we are an acquired taste. Once you get to know us, you'll like us more.
Yeah.
If this is your first episode, you probably hate us right now. You probably thought you were going to get some bros. We're not bros.
No.
We are bros, but we're not bros.
We're friends.
We're friends. We're buddies. We're pals.
Yeah.
We're fuck buddies. We're buddies. Next is coulrophobia, which is a fear of clowns.
All right.
Whoop, whoop. Much motherfucking wicked clown love. I can't wait till we do an ICP
Dude, I cannot
episode.
fucking wait.
Oh, I have no idea. Fear of clowns.
It's gonna be so good.
And and that's coulrophobia. I'm not.
Coulrophobia.
Clowns don't bother me in the least bit.
I don't get it either.
Me. I think they're funny. If I see, although if you go to the state fair, sometimes you can find a really creepy one that's definitely jacked off to some kiddie porn before.
If you're talking about going to a fair, I mean, there's going to be the majority of workers that are there.
Yeah. Creepy clowns are a little different, I guess. But clowns, they don't scare you. And and some people aren't afraid of snakes. I'm terrified of snakes. Mm-hmm. But just like there's some people that are afraid of clowns don't bother me. So to each their own,
yeah, definitely.
All right.
Let's see here. And we got necrophilia.
You mispronounced that one as well.
Sorry. Nyctophobia. So that's fear of the dark. So most people at some point when they are children suffer from fear of the dark. However, when fear persists into adulthood, it becomes a phobia. The fear stems from the brain erratically wondering what could happen or be in the dark itself.
The other night, I have my youngest daughter. She's 3.
Mm-hmm.
And just about every single night, she wakes up in the middle of the night and she comes and gets in bed with us.
Mm-hmm.
And here recently, my wife, what she'll do is she'll get so close to my wife that she'll fuck her back up while they're sleeping, because she'll just get up into her spine, and it's really uncomfortable. I can look at it and see. So my wife will tell her before bed, she'll say, "Don't come get in my bed. Like tonight, just let mommy go back to sleep in your room. We'll leave the TV on for you. Go back to sleep." So what she does is I sleep flat on my stomach. She comes and she crawls up on the bed, and then she gets on top of my back, and she puts her little cheek on the back of my head.
Aww.
And then she lays flat, like the parallel with my body.
Mm-hmm.
She lays across, and so she's not technically in my bed. She's on top of me.
So she's not taking up any real estate.
No, she's not. She's hovering. The other night she came in, she was like, and I was like, "What?" And she looked at me. She put little claws up, and she made a face. And she's like, and I'm like, "What the fuck is in your room?" I was fucking terrified.
She's such a little shit.
And I was like,
I love it.
I said, I'm good. And my wife was like, "I'll go in there." And my wife went in there, and it was your kids love to play with them when they come over. I got a box of old wrestlers.
Yeah.
And in that box is an X-Men Sabretooth, just big gold dude with fucking claws. And somehow that got under her bed.
Oh,
and it was
no.
it was sticking out like with its claws and shit. And she saw that and she said, "Nah, fam." But then when she came in my room and she held her claws up, made her face, and she's like, and I was like, "Oh no, we're not fucking doing this right now.
We're moving.
Not dying tonight. Not dying tonight, Paisley. Come on, get up here with Daddy. We will burn that motherfucking room off the house. We don't need that room anymore. We'll close it and leave it closed forever." Oh, what's this next one?
Look at this one.
Athazagoraphobia.
Athazagoraphobia? Maybe that? Athazagoraphobia. Let's say that.
It's the fear. Oh, man, this is hard.
This is a big one, too. I could definitely...
The fear of being forgotten.
Yes. Terrifying.
Talk about existential dread. This is the phobia that spurred on many of tortured artists. The fear of being forgotten. And that's like you said, your conscience is one day going to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Your soul is going to be gone. And, hundreds of years from now, people aren't going to know who the fuck we were or who we are
not
or
at
what
all.
we did. Hopefully,
I mean, after we die, someone still wants to pay our for our whatever the fuck this is.
I don't even know.
Our publishing.
Oh yeah, you can have at it. Just take over.
Yeah, just keep paying it. $15 a month. Have at it.
What if you and I hold on for another 20 years and then
I was gonna say 100.
We hold on for another 20 years,
and
then I don't have a son. I'd say our sons could take it over, but both your sons could take it over.
Yeah,
we just got to really work on fucking them up, because there's a lot of shit that's happened in my life that's fucked me up, and not like I haven't had trauma happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
I was never raped a lot.
Uncle Pork Knuckle, I'll never forget.
I didn't have horrible things happen to me. My parents didn't beat me. My mom beat me with a belt one time, and I laughed so fucking hard at her that she got so pissed off. She said, she was mad, and she said, "Go pick out a belt." And I'm like, "God damn, bitch." And I go in her room, and I pull open her closet door, and there's like 100 belts hanging there.
Just pull out a dildo. Have at it, Mom.
Yeah. I couldn't help but notice you had this big rubber dick in a sheath. Who takes this? You're my dad. You're my gay dad. I don't care if Dad spanks me either, because he's a pussy. So I go into the closet. This is, probably early mid-90s, and I flip open the closet. My mom was a fucking fashion juggernaut. Okay, she dressed and pressed for a long. She spent some money on dressing. Yeah, she's like some fucking fancy potatoes. She had some dressing on them,
Sure.
But she said, "Go pick out a belt," and she never spanked me before. I said, "Oh, what the fuck is gonna happen here? What's So I go in there and I open up the closet, and there's the rack holding all the belts. I start flipping through there. I'm like, "God damn, where's the fucking?" I get back into the 80s belts. There's like one of like weave straw, like the belts that were like braided straw,
right?
And they were pretty much they were like a fucking wafer. They were like they were made of nothing,
right?
And I took it back out there and I pretended to be real sad. I'm just like, I held it up. I'm like, "Paint me this one, please. Just get it over with." And I was being a really big shithead that day. Like, I was just talking. That's been a problem most of my life, is fucking talk. She calls it diarrhea of the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And she proceeded to slap me 3 times with that thing on my ass. And I said, "That doesn't fucking hurt at all." And
it's just like made of like a fucking cork.
And I just, and that's what it was made. It was like straw that fucking got out of a field somewhere. Hey. Right. And I'm just standing there, and I remember she walked around me to the front of me to look at my face to see. I think she wanted the satisfaction to know that she made my butt hurt. And I was laughing so hard, dude. So fucking hard. And she said, "I'm going to call your fucking dad." My dad never raised his voice at me, so I said, "Bitch, call that motherfucker." I don't care if you call him. Dude, ain't going to do shit. Like, when we were kids, he didn't discipline us. Like, he'd be like, "Her foot straighten the fuck out," and we would. He didn't ever, he didn't ever have to beat us.
He'd get on his dad voice. That's all you have to do.
And that's all it took for us. Uh-huh. But then one time I came home drunk. This is another story. When I was like 17, I fucked the house up coming in. I was taking steroids, and I was like a bowler. I was big. I was like 200 pounds of just like steroid. And he picked me up with one arm by my throat, and he said, "Why would you do this to your mother?" Because I came home drunk, and I couldn't fucking breathe to answer the question because he was choking me. He had me picked up by my throat, so I couldn't answer his question. Like, "Why would you do this to your mother?" And I was like trying to be like, "Well, fuck, she beat me with the fucking belt." Like, I couldn't answer the question, and because he had me by the throat, and then he finally dropped me. But he said, and he talked to me like I was a slut after that. He said, get up and get your fucking friends off the front porch, because Oppie and Paul were there,
Right.
And they were drunk, throwing up on the front porch. But there's a whole nother precursor for that. Just everything that led up to that to get me choked out. I didn't just show up and get choked out. I really showed my ass before that. So luckily,
You earned it.
I did earn it. But that was the only time, and I said, "God damn, that motherfucker picked me up."
He fucking ruined your buzz real quick.
Yeah, he Thanos my ass, dude.
Thanos.
He picked me up. He's about to snap his fingers, but he put me down.
Oh shit!
I think he was naked too.
That probably just scared you just as much.
Get the cat off me, Dad. That's not my cat. That's my dick hair.
Usually when I'm being choked, it's not by my naked dad.
Get your wiener fuzz off me, Dad.
Oh shit!
He's gonna listen to this and be upset.
He's gonna choke you again.
Honestly, I've been through a lot of stuff with this podcast, but you keep on talking about my fuzzy dick hair. I don't like that shit, man. You know I don't like the fame and the fortune, people knowing about my fuzzy dick hair. Sorry, Dad. Sorry, Dad. Hey, guys, it's Nicolicious here to talk to you guys about your happiness. I know things are hard right now for some people, and some people are down in the dumps, and it may feel like that there aren't people that are there for you. There's not a listening ear. There's no one that you can depend on to talk to about your problems. Well, we may have the answer for you. Betterhelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapists. They'll connect you in a safe and private online environment so you can talk about all the things that's going on with you, things that you may need help with that you can't necessarily get the help that you need. But at BetterHelp, you can start communicating in under 24 hours. It's not self-help. It's professional counseling. All you have to do is hop on betterhelp.com/Brohio, and they're going to be able to give you a very special deal. They're going to give you 10% off, and you can you can send messages to your counselor anytime. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches so they can make it easy and free to change. They make it easy and free to change counselors if needed. The service is available for clients worldwide. There's a broad range of expertise available, which may not be locally available in many areas. Licensed professionals that are specialized in depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, sleeping, trauma, anger, family conflicts, LGBT matters. They have a licensed professional for all of that. Anything you share is confidential. It's convenient. It's professional. And it's affordable. I know, guys, that it may not be comfortable to talk about this stuff, but some of us need that listening ear right now. If that's you, go to betterhelp.com/Brohio. They're going to give you 10% off. Like I said, you're going to join over 800,000 people taking charge of their mental health. And again, that's betterhelp.com/Brohio. Gentlemen, do you remember the days when you were ready to go downstairs a little quicker? Things weren't quite as hard as they are now. Things have changed. Things are different. Things aren't as hard as they used to be.
You're getting older, fatter. Your balls look more like raisins than ever before.
It is like the clouds have separated in the sky from up above, and the sun is shining through because we have something to tell you about called Blue Chew.
You see, now you can increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed. Now, Blue Chew brings you the first chewable, same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis.
Yeah. It's time to get real for a second, guys.
Let's break it down.
We're talking about Blue Chew. That's BLUECHEW. Blue Chew, you can take it any time, day or night, even on a full stomach. And since they're chewable, this stuff's going to work twice as fast, Rob Dog. And I'm going to tell you about my experience with Blue Chew, Rob Dog.
Okay.
I got Blue Chew, like I've said before. My wife loves this stuff. She says, don't quit, get it. And I'm just hitting it till I can't hit it anymore. Rob, I'm getting the confidence and the longevity that I have not had in a long time. She's saying, let's go once, let's go twice, let's go 3 times. By that time, the sun's coming up. It's time for biscuits and gravy. That's what Blue Chew can do for you, Rob Dog.
Sign me up. So if you're like anybody else and you could benefit from some extra function and more confidence where it counts the most, yes, that's your wiener, Blue Chew is the fast and easy way to enhance your performance. The Blue Chew is prescribed online. It's discreet, shipped straight to your house. They won't, it's not going to tell what it is on the package, so you're safe there. You don't have to have those awkward stares from the mailman or mailwoman.
The neighbor lady,
I picked your mail up for you. I noticed that your dick doesn't get hard anymore.
I don't have to deal with that.
You do not, and that's what I worry about. You have no in-person doctor visits, no waiting in pharmacies, and best of all, no more awkwardness. And I'm an extremely awkward person. I don't need any more of that in my personal life. They're made in the U.S. of A, so you know they work.
Comes crushing down and it hurts inside.
And since Blue Chew prepares and ships direct, they are cheaper than a pharmacy.
Right now, we've got the deal of all deals for the Brohio listeners.
Do it.
Visit BlueChew.com. That's BlueChew.com and get your first shipment free when you use the promo code Brohio. That's BROHIO. All you gotta pay is the $5 for shipping, Rob Dog. Again, that's BlueChew.com. Promo code is Brohio. Blue Chew is the better, cheaper, faster choice, and we thank them so much for sponsoring the Brohio podcast.
Oh shit. It's my turn, isn't it? I think
20 things on this list, and we're on 7.
We're fucking an hour in.
Start sailing.
Okay, we got trypophobia. This is a fear of holes.
Oh, I saw a bee there. It's a beehive. I thought
Yeah, just the beehive. So a phobia that thousands claim to have despite not being diagnosed in the APA's Diagnostic and Statistic Manual, 5th edition. It results in a deep fear or anxiety for those who have seen it when looking at a cluster of small holes. You could see it like they have all these pictures where it'll be like in people's skin, and it'll be like holes and stuff. And
yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it's an uncomfortable thing.
Yeah, that Dr. Pimple Popper shit.
I love it.
My kids watch it. It
Love
makes me want to vomit. I do not like it.
I like her.
Yeah, I know. But there's videos of where it's not her. It's just doctors popping big ass blackheads. That shit grosses me out, dude.
I like it. People are disgusting. It's great.
That is nasty. Alrighty. Next we have chronophobia, which is the fear of time passing.
Huh,
and
weird.
the fear of time can be triggered by various things. Depression, aging, or a traumatic event can cause the fear. Prisoners often experience it as their perception of time while incarcerated disappears. It is often related to the fear of old age and of death. I have whenever I sleep, I've never overslept for work. And how long have I been working? Since I was 15, I've never overslept for work because I have this reoccurring nightmare of oversleeping, and I will worry myself sick waking up for the alarm. Every fucking 2 minutes, waking up for the alarm.
There's nothing worse than when that happens. Like when and the thing is, you don't even have to look at your phone or your clock or whatever.
Like, sun's up.
Your body just knows, and it's like an instant, like, your heart goes down to your asshole.
I wake up, I worry about it, and I don't oversleep. I work with guys.
I'm surprised you don't, because you have to fucking work up at 1 o'clock in the morning for work.
My alarm goes off at 1:50 a.m., and I don't oversleep. Like, I'll oversleep for where I'll be 5 minutes late, but I work with guys that come in later than me. These motherfuckers will oversleep by 5-6 hours. I'm like, what are the people in your house doing that can let you? What kind of people do you surround yourself with?
Yeah,
that know you're 6 hours late for work, and they're just like, let him. And then, but
his life.
But the guys on my shift know, because I'm like I'm not in charge, but I'm kind of like the main point of contact. They know that if they oversleep, I'm not going to call them and wake them up. Not because I want them to lose their job, but I just like, dude, if you're sleeping, fucking go for it, man. Like, that's how I am.
You obviously need it, man.
You've committed. You're tired. Something's going on. You need the rest. I won't call you and wake you up. And then the other guys I work with will be like, why don't we fucking call and wake you up? I'm like, why? Well, he's just sleeping. He's fucked either way. You get the same amount of points if you're 5 minutes late.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if you're, I think it's like, fucking 4 or 5 hours late. Let him sleep it off. He'll make it up later. Give the guy a fucking break. Let him sleep.
Good logic.
Yeah. And then the guys come work like, why didn't you call me and wake me up?
Bitch, that ain't my job.
I'm just like, how do you feel right now? You feel great, don't you? You feel like like you just had some cocaine. You feel a lot better. Well, let's go on to number 9 here.
Sure. Anthropophobia.
Oh my God. I have this.
Fear of people. Obviously, this one would really mess with one's day to day. Depending on what side of the spectrum a person with this phobia falls, the range is mildly timidity to severe shyness. I get people that have social anxiety. I know a couple people that are like that.
That's a real life thing.
That definitely is a real thing. I personally fucking love being in a group of people.
Yeah.
I think we are both very extroverted people.
I'm very extroverted.
Yeah. I think we both that's why I love doing the live shows. I feel like we both thrive.
It's good.
In front of people. We both like talking to people, and
it's a really good time.
It is. It's a great time.
My wife is an introvert.
Same with mine.
Oh my God.
Mine kind of teeters, so it depends on the day.
There's no teetering.
Yeah, there's no teetering on your end. Yeah.
And then my kids are introverts as well. While they love having people over, they don't like. Well, my oldest one goes a lot of places.
Uh-huh.
She's almost 11 years old, so she's almost and she's really mature. So I'm starting to do things to embarrass her, and she can't fucking handle it. We were in a drive-through the other day, and they opened their and they handed me my order, and I just looked at the lady. I'm like, last time I was here, the pickles smelled like they'd been out for a long time, and I talked like that. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. You want some different pickles this time? I'm like, no, I just someone needs to watch the pickles and make sure they're not leaving the pickles out for too long. And Emily was in the front seat. She was fucking mortified, dude. And that was such a mild test. It's gonna get so much worse for her.
Yeah.
Because she left her phone out. She was FaceTiming with her friends. She left the phone in the bed while she was in the shower. And I walked in there, and I could hear like the little girls squawking at each other. And I looked at her phone, and I could see all the people on FaceTime. And
you had clothes on, I hope.
Yeah, no, I pulled my pants down. So I picked up the phone, and I was just holding it really close to my eye, and all of them were like, "What? What is it?" And I was just like, Carol Baskins. What the fuck? And then she has one really, really good friend that she's known her whole entire life. She's like, that's Emily's dad. Don't pay attention to him. Do not pay attention to him.
She fucking knows. Don't give him any attention or he'll keep going.
Like, we went to high school with her dad and stuff, and she knows me very well. She said, don't. It's like a fucking stray cat. Don't feed it. We have Ferrotrophobia.
Fear of ferrets.
I don't know if Jerry Pauly's like, I want to have this fucking podcast shut down right now. There was a picture of him the other day. Yeah, like a ferret in his butt or in his ear or something.
I saw that too.
I said, what the fuck is wrong with him? I asked him one because he's got a bunch of weird animals. He's got a bunch of animals. I said, what's your house smell like? He's like, you just got to clean up after him. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I guess that's all you have to do.
I need to introduce him to my aunt.
But then I just looked him right in the eye and said, I bet your fucking house smells like shit, doesn't it? He's like, no, it doesn't smell like shit. He gets really defensive about the ferrets. And,
ferrets do stink, though, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. If you guys are, hip to hillbilly horror stories, hop over there to their closed group or their Facebook and ask Jerry if he's ever put one of them ferrets in his butt before for me.
Please do.
Tell him the guys at Brohio were wondering if he's ever put a ferret in his butt.
I love them so much.
I do as well.
They're such good people.
Fearotrophobia is the fear of caskets or gaskets, like the ones for your car and shit. No.
Oh, terrified of that.
This is caskets. And I think that this is a very real phobia, because if you've ever been to a funeral home, when you have to go coffin shopping for someone, they have a showroom at funeral. I don't know if you've ever experienced this before.
Nah, I mean, I've never been to like the casket shopping.
No, that's what they have, like a
yeah, I know.
They have a showroom,
Right.
and they walk around like a used car salesman.
It's like a car salesman, right?
Yeah, this is the Turbo 650X right here. You can fit someone your size in there. You're a big fucking boy.
100% satisfaction from all of our clients.
It's just going to trap all the fart smells.
Not one complaint from any users.
And I had a family member pass away recently, and then I heard my other family member that was in charge of the services say, "Oh, we got him a waterproof casket." What the fuck? Fucking why? A waterproof casket? Can he not swim or something?
It's got Bluetooth.
It's got an FM radio.
There's a cooler for beer.
They put a little toilet hole right under his butthole, so if he's not done.
Actually, we were driving down the road the other day, and I just told my wife, I was like, you know what? If I die, just get me cremated.
Yeah, man. That's all I want done.
And I even said, I was like, you know what? That way that you and each one of the kids can have a little bit of me to take wherever you go. You don't have to worry about coming and visiting my stupid body. And I won't be forgotten about. Yeah. I won't be like, once a year you come visit me. I can sit on your mantle, or you can throw me in like the fucking...
When your mandingo comes over and rails you out.
Right.
Who's that up on the mantle?
You put me away in a cabinet or something.
My husband that died.
Just something to knock over and spill all over the floor.
Put my ashes in a blunt.
Oh, dude,
smoke me. Put me in a butt plug. I don't care what you do.
Next we got somniphobia. That's a fear of sleep. That would be fucking awful.
I definitely do not have that.
I have a love of sleep.
I will walk right upstairs in my bed and look somniphobia right in the eye and say, "Fuck you." And I'll go
eat a
sleep right
dick.
now.
This is a damaging phobia generally caused by one of two things: a fear of nightmares or of sleep being a catalyst for a traumatic event. These phobias usually result in mood swings, panic attacks, and excessive fatigue. This is shit that the Russian sleep experiment right here, man.
Yeah, that's for sure. I don't know of anybody that's afraid of sleeping.
No.
This next
Besides
one,
people in Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah, it's kind of far fetched though.
Right.
They eventually fell asleep.
Hell yeah, they did, and they got theirs.
Bitch asses. Hemophobia. That's obviously the fear of blood.
Yep.
I have a fear of. Apparently, I've worked in a lot of places where I've seen a lot of blood.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. You have no idea what a head wound can do.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
These will gush like
so bad.
Fucking, they are gushers.
Yeah.
But apparently, I nearly cut my finger off one time when I was 17, and I vomited and nearly passed out because seeing my own blood. And apparently, I don't like my own blood in masse. I can do. Because I'm always biting my fingernails and biting the skin, around, and my fingers will start bleeding, and that doesn't bother me.
Nah.
But if I get a good wound, I'm like, oh god, I'm fucking going down.
That's how my wife is. My mom passed out when I was younger. Whenever I flipped over my handlebars and busted my chin open,
she passed out.
She passed out. Yeah, right there in the yard.
No wonder she looks so old.
That's exactly what it is. The neighbors brought me down the road, and I was just fucking gushing, and she was out.
Yeah. God, dude, I didn't see. I was always playing that goddamn Sega. I didn't do shit like that. I didn't flip over handlebars.
Well, I was a fucking stupid ass, and I was sitting there. I was driving down the road, which of course it was when I lived in Florida, and there was nobody drove down our road. It was like just a small little residential road, and I was sitting there driving down, and I was putting my foot on the tire as I was moving.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, "Oh, this makes a fun noise." Yeah. But I was going so fast it eventually sucked my foot up into the part of the bike frame that holds the tire on, and yep, just flipped me right over.
Oh,
I ate shit pretty hard.
I wonder what it feels like to die.
Cried like a baby bitch. That's what us poor folk did when we didn't have a baseball card tied to the spoke.
A pop can. I used to put pop cans in my tire.
Yeah. If you run over them just right, they would just stick right there.
Yeah. And my dad would be like, "You keep on running over them Mountain Dew cans, you're going to get diabetes when you get older." And that's what's wrong with me right now.
That's how it works. Let's see here. Next, we got xenophobia. This is a fear of strangers or foreigners.
That's race. This is Rob. Rob's xenophobia.
This is Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Afraid of Mexicans.
He said, "Wuhan flu." I'm shutting it all down right now.
So this can also include strange things and foreign things in
Donald
general, not
Trump.
just people.
You're a fucking dickhead.
I mean,
You're CNN is what you're fake news.
fake news. In general, almost everyone is wary of what is unfamiliar, but when taken too far can result in both prejudice and inability to accommodate anything new.
Yeah, that's weird, man. I don't. It's foreigners sometimes like. It's so American to say foreigners are stupid. It's because they don't speak our language. If you went there, you would be stupid too.
Exactly. People hate foreigners wherever you go. I mean,
and we hosted. I think I've talked about it before. We hosted a foreign exchange student briefly when I was in high school. He was Daniel from Columbia, and he's we would say make fun of Americans. He'd be like, I'm stupid American cowboy."
I love it. It's so funny.
But Daniel was fucking cool, man. His mom was a brain surgeon and his dad was a real estate mogul, and this kid could buy some cocaine. And
I mean, the thing is, like, of all the schools to go to, he goes to like the shittiest school that we fucking went to.
Yeah, dude.
It was the hood.
Yeah, it was the fucking hood. Poor guy.
We had 3 or 4 exchange students.
Yeah, well,
2 girls.
Yeah.
They were from Germany, weren't they?
Germany and France.
And France, yeah, that's right.
When he came over, I said, "You want some cookies?" He said, "What?" I said,
"Biscuits."
Cookies. My mom make chocolate chip cookies. He's like, yeah. You care if I smoke? I'm like, I don't fucking care if you smoke. You got to do it in the basement. We already talked to my dad about that, but you want some cookies? So she made chocolate chip cookies, and he took one bite, and he'd never had chocolate chip cookies before, and he was overwhelmed with emotion. He had to fucking sit down. He said he was dizzy. He was just like, this motherfucker ate 3 dozen chocolate chip cookies that night. His stomach,
dude, he had the shit.
He was
his
skinny
brains
to begin
out.
with. His stomach. He looked like he was pregnant. He looked like he was 8 months.
He just gorged himself.
Yeah, and he was so sick, dude. He said, I need milk. I said, you don't need milk. You just need to stop, dude.
Just fucking chill, dog.
Stop, bro. So after he fell asleep, I fucked the shit out of him, dude. That was the gayest.
He could probably kill some schnitzel.
Yeah. Oh, he was from Colombia, though.
That's right. The girl was from Germany.
Yeah, he was from Colombia. That's cocaine.
She could kill some schnitzel.
She could kill some schnitzel. The next one's pedophobia. That's fear of children. Some people really have this.
I have that.
I just hate kids. I
There
I will drop kick a fucking kid across the street. I don't know. No, I love kids.
Movie kids are really scary.
These black-eyed kids.
Yeah,
dude. But yeah,
I don't like them.
Children of the Corn kids, stuff like that.
And they're always blonde. Look at the picture. They're black eyes, blonde hair. Fuck
fair.
that. I'll kick these kids.
The most terrifying thing about kids is, for instance, when one comes in your room in the middle of the night and just starts hissing, like tells you she sees something hissing with claws under her bed. When they do shit like that, that's when kids scare me.
Well, yeah, especially because one thing we learned from all the movies is that kids are in tune with that fucking weird spiritual
They
shit.
got that, the alternative, that
their third eye is wide open.
it's weird because, like
dogs.
Rob just said, you and I are numb to a lot of things in the spiritual realm that happens around us. Because whether you believe it or not,
We think rationally.
there are different energies that are zipping around all of us, and we're so accustomed to seeing things, fleeting shadows in the corner of our eyes, that we don't pay attention to it anymore. We could see something hovering in the corner of the room, and it's so secondary to us that we don't even look at it. Whereas kids, they're experiencing all of these things for the very first time ever, and everything catches their eye and catches their attention. So kids are in tune with this different frequency where they see the thing in the corner, they see the man standing behind the plant, they see the lady standing next to the couch. Just make my fucking hair stand up on my neck.
Yeah, just like I told a story before about when that really, really old cemetery in our area that we grew up in that was there, and my son was like 2 years old, and as we were leaving out, he looked over and waved, and the area where he waved to was the exact area where there was where they had buried like younger children that had passed away.
Oh. I'm good.
And I was like, "Ah, shit!"
You should have put him in a trash can right then when you had the chance.
I was like, "Yep, we got to go now."
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
it's crazy.
I get it all.
Next, we got agoraphobia. This is fear of going outside. That's, everybody right now is a little agoraphobic. Anxiety.
Not the motherfuckers at Lowe's. Everyone's dying from the goddamn pneumonia, and I gotta build a fucking coffee table.
Gotta paint. Everybody needs to paint right now.
This is the painting pandemic, is what this is going to cause.
It is.
When it's all over.
I mean, all it's going to do is increase everybody's house value.
Have you painted?
No, I don't need to,
We've
man.
painted everything, dude.
No, our house was freshly painted 2 years ago when we moved in, so I'm not fucking touching it.
Oh, you're good then.
I'm good, man. Anxiety around being in public environments indicates some level of agoraphobia. A common symptom of the condition is panic attacks that can be triggered even just by leaving home. Often, if untreated, the sufferers will refuse to leave their homes at all. That's scary to think about.
I don't know. I love it. I love not leaving home. I love ordering carry out, staying at home. I like not spending money. COVID has been kind to me.
I like that, but fuck, man. I'm someone who
I'm getting
three or four times a week I usually go out to eat. We go out and sit down in restaurants, and
I'm going stir crazy.
And I just want to go down to a fucking sports bar and eat some wings and beers.
But I have been accumulating power tools, miter saws.
Yeah, man, you're killing it.
Drills, impacts, and I've been building shit. I've been fixing stuff.
Build a bomb-ass table.
I had no idea how to do this stuff before this pandemic. And YouTube, you can learn anything on YouTube. You can learn how to suck a dick or fix a bicycle on YouTube.
I'll suck a dick on a bicycle. I don't care.
I'll suck a dick on a bicycle.
I'm going to look that up.
That's so fucking weird, man. That's just weird, you know? I like it, but it's weird.
I mean, fuck.
Oh, man. I really like that bicycle.
Makes me want to suck a dick.
What would you let me do to you for that bicycle? Have you ever sucked a dick for a bicycle? Let us know. Send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. Chemophobia is the fear of chemicals. Those with the condition have an intense aversion to chemicals and chemistry. That's not Walter White. While still called a phobia, it is considered more of a prejudice based on the combination of fair concerns and misconceptions over the potential harm of chemicals. For instance, I'm a little bit afraid of meth labs. I had one blow up next to me when I lived in the bad place where we went to school.
Yeah.
I saw that it can indeed blow the side of a fucking garage off the foundation.
That's awesome.
I said, sure would hope that I would never have to have that happen to me. So I got a little bit of an aversion to methamphetamine labs.
Okay.
A little bit scary. Not necessarily afraid of chemicals, because my wife knows when I start cleaning, it doesn't have to be Windex. I will find the shit under the sink that causes chemical reactions.
Yeah.
I was cleaning it. There was about a quarter-sized speck of spaghetti sauce on the table that wouldn't come off today. She's like, I will get it off. I'm like, no, I got it. She's like, I will get it off. And I said, no, I got this one. And I went to the garage. I got fucking mineral spirits and paint thinner, and I got the spaghetti sauce off though. And there's a huge fucking white burn mark in the table from where I was trying to get this piece of shit off.
Well, one thing I will let you know, I just Googled it. There is no such thing that I can find, no such name as a fear of a meth lab, so you're okay.
Yeah, that's not anything rational.
You're safe.
Yeah.
You're totally normal. Next we got, I'm going to definitely butcher this, but chadophobia.
Oh, you nailed that, I feel like.
Sure.
Oh, that's
a fear of hair. I think I kind of have this. Body hair, is that a thing? A fear of body hair? Some with this fear have it so bad they can't touch their own heads or their bushes to keep their body shaved as smooth as possible. In a world where hair, both human and animal, feels like it's everywhere, this phobia would be especially hard to manage.
This is no lie, dude. One day, I used to work in isolation a lot because it was chill. Everyone was locked up, and you didn't have to worry about much of anything when you were, sometimes when you had to run showers and get all the inmates in the showers, it was pretty intense. Mm-hmm. But I was working in a super lockdown one day, and a bunch of crazy fuckers in there. And there was a guy, he had his head over his dick. I thought he was fucking dead all day long. I would keep walking past him, and he was just playing with his wiener, with his head over his wiener.
How long did you guys have to do walkthroughs? How often?
Every 30 minutes, staggered intervals.
That's what we had to do too.
And I just, every time he was moving, so I'm like, okay, he's good. And then finally, one of the last times of the night, near 10 o'clock, I walked by him. He was like, hey. And I said, yeah. He said, you want to fuck my sister? And dude, I was kind of new.
What's she look like?
I was kind of new. I was like, the fuck? And I was like, what's wrong with you, man? And he's like, wait, don't walk away yet. And he moved his hands. He said, look at this. And he turned towards me, butthole fucking naked, dude. This guy had long hair like Charles Manson.
Mm-hmm.
He had his hair on his head braided to his fucking pubic hair on the top of his dick. And he just like turned towards me. He's just like, freak show. I said, yeah, you're a fucking freak show.
That sums it up, buddy.
And then my mind's like, all right, keep walking. But I kept staring at him, and his dick was all he had his dick tattooed black also. He was a white dude, and he had the head of his dick tattooed black.
Is that cultural appropriation?
I don't know. He was really fucking weird, though, dude. And I just couldn't stop looking at him. I said, that's a really weird looking dick. But he had his hair on his head braided to his dick hair, and
I don't like that.
That's a hard thing to leave. And I'm just like, he spent 8 hours doing this. I should probably walk in there and pat him on the back and tell him that he did a good job. I did not fuck his sister either.
I was going to say, did you Google his sister?
No, I didn't. He was an old dude.
Okay.
I did not know. There was...
She was older than 50 is what you're saying.
Yeah. Over 50. No. Not happening. You're a piece of shit for that. You are a grade A piece of trash for that.
I don't really stand by that, but
I know. I just don't want you to die. I need you here for this. I don't want people to come kill you for saying that.
It's okay, man. Jennifer Aniston, if you're listening, I'd still give it to you, girl.
I still want to know. We've never put this out before. We've asked, I wonder if anyone famous listens to us. Probably not.
There's no way.
But here's one thing that
besides possibly Dolph Ziggler. We've never been able to nail it down.
Here's one thing that we've never put out there. If you have an inside to a famous person that we could interview, whether it's a baseball player or an athlete or an actor or an
musician,
musician, you have the inside contact that we could possibly interview a celebrity. That would work out really well for us.
If you know Dave Grohl, please, please, for the love of God, let me know.
Yeah. If you send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com, just say, celebrity interview in the subject, and we'll get right on that. We'll try and facilitate that. That would be super.
That would be amazing.
That would be really amazing. Next on our list is globophobia. That's the fear of balloons. We had one of our best friends in school, Desiree, completely terrified of balloons.
Are you serious?
You would pop a balloon, this bitch would hit the deck harder than anything you've ever seen.
I don't like blowing them up. Remember, we talked about that last time we were blowing up balloons at my house. Yeah. If the one pops while I'm blowing it up, I swear to God, I'll shit my pants.
It don't bother me.
But, I mean, I'm not scared of balloons, but I'm scared of them fucking popping when I'm blowing them up.
Dude, she was the one that, like, and her husband listens to the podcast. She is just the sweetest ever.
Yeah, definitely.
And I watched her about knock herself out, fucking running from me with a balloon and a pen one time. And I said, I will never do this to you again because you are deeply affected by this.
You probably caused her some like traumatic.
Yeah, I know. I did that to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told this one girl I shit in her backpack, and she didn't believe me, but I put a bunch of brownies in there.
Yeah.
And then when she reached in her backpack and felt the brownies and pulled them out, she really thought that I legitimately took a shit in her backpack.
Dude, that made me think of a really awful story. There was, I'm not going to mention any names, but there was this, we were in science class one day, and it was not me. Granted, I didn't say anything because I guess I'm a piece of shit too.
Yeah, no, you're
but there's this one kid that I was friends with. This was freshman year, and there's this other girl who was really loud and annoying. And he ended up going through her book bag while she was out of the room and found some pills in her. I think they were like diet pills.
Oh
and
my God!
It had the cotton in the top of the pill. You know how they have the cotton in between the lid and the pills. He went into the bathroom and took a shit and rubbed the cotton all over it and put it back in the pill bottle.
God. That's the worst thing ever.
It was like one of those things, and I was like, I felt so fucking bad. I was like 14, so I thought it was like the funniest fucking thing ever.
We gotta call the police.
But now think about back, dude, I feel so fucking bad.
If someone did that to my daughter, I would fucking kill everyone in the school. I would
definitely.
I would play in everybody's blood.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh man, but They
My
don't.
my wife's friends with her, which is I've never mentioned it to her. I never will. But
Rob Dog, they don't make them like us anymore, you know?
man, some people are
You know,
truly
I
fucked up. But
farted in that guy's trumpet, their trombone.
Yeah.
I told you that story on
yeah, there was a couple of the bad kids that used to just sit there in the back of science class, just light up bowls of weed in the middle of class and not give a shit, man.
Yeah, now they're bringing guns to school and shit. Why can't you just wipe your ass with people's diet pills and call it a fucking day, you know? Jesus Christ.
I mean, obviously, she never took those pills.
Oh, man. God damn it. God, I hope she's not listening.
I'm just digging my own fucking grave,
I
man,
hope
to
she's
this
not
episode.
listening.
No, she doesn't listen.
I'm not.
This girl fell
going-
off the face of the earth. That's okay.
Okay, so she's technically... All right, perfect.
She's alive, but not. I don't know.
Amathophobia. I'm going to get you out of the hole real quick, Rob.
Thank you, man.
This is a fear of air particles.
Wait. Okay.
In simple terms, this is the fear of dust. Even
Okay.
though many sufferers realize that dust poses no threat, they have deep anxiety regarding its presence.
All right.
Yeah, dude.
Sure.
But now that could possibly, this is crazy with this COVID-19 stuff. Whenever I pass somebody in public, I will bury my face into the wall so I don't have to breathe the same air as them because I have this, you know, I don't want to exchange this virus with people. So if I see I'm walking in the path, the traffic path, their path, I will put my face up against the wall and turn towards the wall and let them walk past me and kind of avoid breathing the same air as them.
I like to take big, deep breaths and assert dominance. Your fucking virus doesn't hurt me.
You got it. I fart in my hand and throw it like a snowball.
I did that to my brother's daughters today. They're like, ew!
Yeah, little girls are fun, dude.
Yeah, they are.
Because, my wife, she'll go run errands, so then I gotta hang out here with the girls. And this thing I've been doing lately is I'll walk up and I'll just stare at them. They're all in a circle on their tablets, and I'll just rip one, and they'll just look at me like, "You're disgusting," and I'll be like, "I want you guys to realize that's what it sounds like when a real man fucking farts." And then I'll say stuff like, "If you get a boyfriend, he doesn't fart like that, he ain't a man." I'll say stuff like that. Stacy hates it.
You just got to instill that in them at a young age.
If you don't fart like a lumberjack, you don't shit like a dock worker that just got done eating 6 chili dogs, I don't want to marry my daughter. And today, like I said, my oldest daughter, I was sitting there with her, and she was, I don't know, talking on her phone or something. And I was folding laundry, and I got the Googles all around the house, and I said, told Google to start playing The Hardest Thing by 98 Degrees.
Okay.
Because I love boy bands.
Oh, yeah.
For whatever reason.
Yeah. We grew up in that era.
Especially 98 Degrees. And then she's like, "What is this?" And I said, "This is from when I was younger, Emily." She's like, "Okay." And I said, "I used to play this and get all the chicks."
Cincinnati's finest.
And she said, she started laughing really hard. She said, "You said you got all the chicks. You pick up chicks." And I'm like, "What are you laughing at?" She's like, "That's really old to say that. That's like she's like, that's from like 100 years ago." And I said, "What?" She said, "To say that you pick up chicks. And that's not a thing anymore. Like, if somebody says..."
Now it's just fuck boy.
Yeah. For instance, if someone said, "Oh, that shit's the bomb," we would be like, "That's old. That's really old."
That's like something my wife would say, yeah.
Or groovy. That's groovy. If you hear someone that's 60 say, "Oh, that's groovy," you're like, "Oh, man, that's
You fucking square.
yeah, that was the Civil War, Abe." But she said, "Yeah, that's really old, Daddy." And I said, "No, it's not." She said, "Yeah, it is." So,
Man.
times are changing, buddy.
That's crazy. I don't like it.
And just let it be known, I did pick up no chicks playing 98 Degrees.
Hey.
It's all right.
It's okay, man. I didn't either. So, triskaidekaphobia. I think everybody knows about this. This is the fear of the number 13.
Okay.
This one seems almost irrational, yet the number 13 has long been a number related to the occult. Unlucky number 13 makes for spooky Fridays, which wait, hang on, let me see here. Which has its own fear. I'm not even going to try to say that. Yes, I will. Parascavidotriophobia. Sure. And ditched floors in hotels, which came first, the fear of the number or the fear itself? The no 13th floor on hotels always throws me for a fucking loop.
Okay.
I always find it's really weird, but
if you go back into the history logs of the Delicious Nickalicious, somewhere there's a picture of me as a very fat child. I was a nose tackle playing football.
Uh-huh.
And I'm wearing a number 13 jersey.
Hell yeah.
And I always use the number 13 for baseball as well.
Okay.
My life is in shambles. My life is shit trash.
Right.
So probably has a lot. No, I'm just kidding.
I've never had a thing with like Friday the 13th. It is what it is. It's just a thing.
I have a very wonderful life with very wonderful people in it. So the 13 thing does not hold true.
I live off of Elm Street, so I mean, I'm not scared of anything.
You do too.
I do.
Man. All right.
Fuck
Well,
you.
That's this list of phobias from Ranker.
Sure.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
This was an hour and a half.
This is an emotional roller coaster
of God knows what. So here's the plan. Next week, we're going to catch up with this guy. Like I said, time traveler, alien abductee, cargo shipment escort to Mars, sex slave, MK Ultra victim. He's done it all.
If there's a checkbox, check that fucking thing, because it's...
And we're excited to talk to him. Yeah. So he said he's going to get with us next week, and we're gonna cover that topic. It's going to be swell. It's going to be wonderful.
Yeah. And if you're a William that sent that email, you can eat my shit.
Yeah. Man up, William. Write us again. Show your face. Show us what you look like.
Yeah.
So we can actually, you know what? He said I'm really fucking good. So this is your bone. This is your bone to pick right now.
The thing is, I say 3 fucking words each episode, and yet I'm the one that's going to be labeled as the fucking racist.
There was one review a long time ago said the opinionated loud one, and just it was 3 paragraphs of trashing me.
Now they're getting after me, and it's like, motherfucker, I say like fucking 3 sentences.
Do you know these things used to?
These hurt, man.
Well, they used to upset us. Now we're just like
that shit, like that fucking bothers me.
I can understand that.
If someone says like, yeah, the retard that said the continent of the United States of America,
yeah, which you guys will hear that if you tune to the Hysteria 51 episode.
Let me be honest with that. I've probably had too much to drink.
He was drunk.
But I corrected myself afterwards, but they just used that clip for
No, you drove home afterwards is what you did.
That was hours later. I was good.
What a dick thing to say.
Now it was only 3 beers in, but still.
Yeah, you're good.
I like to mouth vomit sometimes.
He said, anybody from the continent of the United States of America, and the guy...
He was like, that's the most glorious thing I've ever heard. And the second he said that, I was like...
I'm such a fuck. I'm a retard.
I said I said North America. You know what the fuck I mean.
Yeah. And I think they knew what they were getting when they hired us. You know?
Yeah.
They knew what they were getting themselves into.
I've licked my fair share of doorknobs. I'm not going to lie. It's okay.
I tricked him into sucking a doorknob one time. I mean, it was an empty hole my wiener put through it, but...
There was many years I had to wear a helmet to school.
It was a glory hole. Those glory hole pornos don't do anything for me. Because my wiener's not big enough to get through one of them.
I've never understood it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not... Listen, I'm not going to... she told me not to talk about this, so I'm not going to talk about it. I'll talk to you about it when I got questions for you.
Everybody's going to want to know now.
No, it's nothing. She just... I love all God's children. Feel me?
I do. I love you.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just get out of here.
Let's just get out of here.
I love you.
Love you.